I want to bring in Niranjan here. Niranjan, as we look at this statement of trying to solve issue in a diplomatic way, inviting Prime Minister Modi to the White House, we can only look back at those days when, of course, there were tensions vis-a-vis Prime Minister Modi, that he wasn't allowed when it came to the USA. And now the invitations that are coming in consistently from Marco Rubio, he's invited him that the next visit should be in the White House. How do you think that has changed for Prime Minister Modi, for India-USA relationship?
I think India is an important strategic partner of the US, and US does understand that. But then again, it has its own interests. It has its own policy to follow with different partners and with different countries. So I think India would also need to work around that, just like India has maintained its stand of cooperating with Russia, even against United States and several Western countries' wishes. So India continues to engage with Russia. Similarly, US has its own engagements, whether we have seen it with China or other countries, even Pakistan. But then I think after Donald Trump's not so successful visit to China, now I
Yes.
think US is again reaching out to India and, in the hope of repairing or resetting the ties that were disrupted in between because of the war against Iran and US going with Pakistan. But then again, I think here, I would like to continue from my previous point. I mentioned trade and the supply chains. So I think India does hold a leverage here because, among all the other agreements, the US is very keen to have a trade deal with India. Just like
Yes.
India concluded trade deal with several countries recently with New Zealand, and India is in talks with European Union as well, the Gulf Cooperation Council as well. So US is very keen to have a trade deal with India. I think that is India's one of the most important leverages to have in
The
talks with
Secretary
the
of State
US.
here saying India is an incredibly important partner of America. We are going to make important announcements in coming months to further solidify the ties.